Hey guys, so today's video is about Shane Dawson. So subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement. And let's just get into it. So today's video is actually very kindly sponsored by Raycon, have been my favorite brand of earphones for the last, how long has it been? 2 years. So you can go on buyraycon.com/Angelika Oles and you'll get 15% off your favorite new earphones. And they look like this. They obviously have these very comfortable rubber tips. These are the everyday earbuds, which is perfect because you can literally wear these every day. They're super comfortable, discreet, amazing, and they sound great. These look, feel, and sound better than ever, and they are priced just right at being about half price of all the like premium brands. And then on top of that, if you go on buyraycon.com/Angelika Oles, you will get 15% off. These are a perfect like birthday gift for someone or just for yourself. I feel like now we're like fully re-entered back into the world. People are traveling, you know, these on the plane, amazing. They're comfortable, you can even sleep. Because, you know, sometimes you get like the really uncomfortable ones, you just can't fall asleep. These are great. And these won't fall out of your ears at the airport, which is like the most annoying thing. Like you're already walking around with your suitcases and then things are just falling. No, these fit because of the adjustable rubber like inserts. They have a 32-hour battery life and they offer 8 hours of continuous playtime. So you can literally get through a very long flight and not have to put these back in the case, which is great. So it's no wonder that the everyday earbuds have over 49,000 5-star ratings. So these are actually compatible with both Alexa and Siri, which is super important. So not only do you have the customizable gel tips, these have been essentially modified until perfection. So they fit perfectly into the human ear. They're like designed with the ear in mind. Some seem to be fighting the ear shape. These are flowing with it. If you don't like using cables, you can also do wireless charging on these, which is perfect. I just like to put something down before bed and just like not worry about it. Now you have 3 sound profiles that you can pick from. So you have pure sound, which is perfect for podcasts and audiobooks. It's perfect clarity, refined sound, like it's amazing, you hear everything. Then you have balanced sound, which is like the most universal kind of sound profile. It's for all types of performances, all types of different sounds. If you're not sure what to use, just pick this one. And then you have a bass sound, which is great for songs with strong beats. So think hip hop, R&B, etc. So you can actually hold L for 3 seconds to switch between the sounds. Then you have noise isolation, which speaks for itself. It isolates noise, which is great for me because I don't like talking to anyone. But then you also have awareness mode for when you do need to be aware. So you'd have to take out your earphones. You can just have awareness mode and you'll hear everything going on. It's also safe if you're going on a walk. You know, you don't want to not hear anything because you will get hit by a car or something. These are also very durable and water resistant, so if you know you're out in the rain, you'll be fine. So thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today's video, and go on buyraycon.com/Angelika Oles to get 15% off. So let's get back into the tea. Shane has started a podcast, but before he started a podcast, he was actually cancelled. It was probably the biggest cancellation of just like the internet. A lot of very inappropriate things. I feel like people have truly forgotten just what Shane Dawson has been cancelled for. Like I feel like just the gravity of the things that he has said in the past, the gravity of his old content, like I feel like people have so easily forgotten. And I just want to end this video, obviously this is the beginning of the video, but at the end I feel like I want to reiterate, like no one could get away with the things that he has said and come back to a very strong career. Like it is crazy to me, because to this day I'm like so icky about watching his content, and like I just don't want to do it because of the things that he has said, and like people are just so easily forgetting it because it's Shane Dawson and everyone likes Shane Dawson. And yeah, I just feel like no one else could do the things he did and come back and just be fine. It's just shocking to me because people have been cancelled for so much less, like so much less than he has, and it's just like Shane Dawson gets to go on and just have a career. It's fine when other people have done way less and have lost pretty much everything. So it's, you know, crazy. But anyway, he used to have a podcast called Shane and Friends. It was 140 episodes, and this is mainly where people found like the initial clips that they wanted to cancel him for. So it was like the cat thing, talking about babies in a really weird way, talking about toddlers in a really weird way. So he actually wanted to try a new podcast that was in the works. He wanted to like retry, and it's a success, of course. He has 3 co-hosts. So there's Shane's brother Jared, Ryland, and a cameraman called Chris. And he probably couldn't find guests that would be like willing to participate because of his past controversies. I feel like that's the only thing really that has been like a punishment to him. I feel like in the past it was a stamp of approval to have Shane on your channel or to be on Shane's channel. Like it was such a privilege and such a accomplishment, and now everyone's just like running away from it. Like, they just don't want to be associated. There are still a few people that are, obviously, because they're like controversial or whatever, they just don't care. But I feel like it's been very like no one really wants to be on his channel or be associated with him. But that's really the only thing, is he probably would struggle to get guests on. And it actually ended up being number 7 for USA All like charts for podcasts, because at the end of the first episode he actually asked for 5-star ratings, and he now has 3.4 thousand ratings, and it's at a 4.9 star. And then he says, you know, thanks on Instagram for all the ratings. I don't know how this happened. He's number 7. He was number 7 on the charts. It's crazy. Anyway, so he actually changed his Shane Dawson, his makeup channel, because he was so interested in doing makeup. That lasted long. There was actually not a single makeup video on that channel. Not a single one. He created a whole makeup channel for his makeup launch, and there was not a single makeup video on there. Anyway, Shane Dawson now got turned into Shane 2, which is just the podcast channel. In episode 1, Ryland asks everyone how scared they are to be cancelled, and Chris is apparently the most woke, including things like when they wanted to go to Chick-fil-A to eat food. Chris said he doesn't buy from them because of, I believe, their stance on LGBT issues. Shane Dawson said that actually his brother is the most offensive in the group, so it kind of takes attention away from Shane Dawson. But Ryland then said that either way, this is his channel and his podcast, so whatever his co-hosts say reflects on him. So if he sat there laughing at a controversial statement, it is as if he has said that statement himself. So I guess Ryland made a very good point here. Like, Shane can't just push the attention onto other people. It's still his podcast. They said they actually want Caitlyn Jenner as a guest, and apparently Ryland had already asked Caitlyn Jenner to be on the SIP, and Caitlyn just hadn't responded. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. Shane Dawson actually addressed the criticism of the past podcast, and he basically says how much he wants to grow from it, and yada yada yada, and he just doesn't want to repeat the same mistakes, and he's watching himself. And his brother agreed essentially that yeah, you got cancelled in the past, but let's do it again, bro. Ryland is scared of the public perception of their relationship due to them arguing on camera all the time, because they like to jab at each other on camera, and apparently Ryland then thinks that, well, people then kind of say that their relationship is toxic because of it, so he doesn't want that perception now. Then we had an Instagram story of Shane Dawson announcing that they will continue doing it as it was a success after episode 1.
Sorry, I'm cleaning right now. That's why I look like this. But I just wanted to say I'm just so happy. I'm so grateful that you guys seem to be enjoying the first episode. And yeah, I already set up a schedule for us to film another one next week. I don't know if it's going to be a weekly thing or a monthly thing, or kind of depends on what you guys want or how much, time everybody has. But yeah, I'm excited.
And they now have 3 episodes so far, and they're all above 1 million views, which is crazy because could anyone else get cancelled for all the reasons that Shane Dawson got cancelled for? There have been so many videos talking about everything that Shane Dawson has done, and it was insane. It was the biggest cancellation of literally all time. And now he comes back. His main channel videos are ranging between 3 to 4 million, and his podcast is at 1 million. He's in the top 10 for US charts. It's just crazy to me. Absolutely insane. So now he's traveling between essentially LA and Colorado because half the hosts are in LA, so he kind of has to travel back and forth. So this is where moving to Colorado clearly just isn't a full-time thing. He did it because he was done with LA, but now that he sees the success that he still has, he's willing to come back to LA. It was almost like LA, I just want to be a nobody and just be in Colorado. Now that he's realized he can still rake in millions of views, he's oh, actually, let's go back to LA. I have a feeling they're going to move back to LA at some point, or at least keep both houses but have the Colorado house as a summer house, or just a vacation spot, and then actually live in LA full-time, because he's going to get tired of the traveling back and forth, maybe because they have all the animals, and I don't know. I just don't think it's going to last very long. There are literally so many nice comments and reactions to the podcast that it's actually making him be willing to move back to, not move back, but move between Colorado and LA, which is a big thing, And actually everyone's getting the behind the scenes from Ryland's vlog channel, which I've just looked at the numbers, and it's insane, because normally obviously YouTube will have the sub count, and then the view count is always lower than the sub count because not all of your subscribers watch all of your videos. His are always above his sub count. He's on about 400,000 subs, but all of his vlogs get 600,000 to 800,000 views. But to be fair, every single one of his thumbnails has Shane Dawson in it, and it's always got a clickbaity title about where they're going in life and yada yada. And for the longest time, Ryland's vlog channel was the only place you could really see snippets of Shane Dawson and figure out what they're doing with their life. So I feel people just got into the habit of now looking at Ryland's vlogs to see what's going on behind the scenes and what's going on with Shane being cancelled, etc. So I feel Ryland then started to capitalize on that and exclusively make thumbnails and titles around Shane Dawson, because he knows that he gets some views and therefore money, right? I think that's kind of it so far. I just find it absolutely shocking that the podcast is doing as well as it is. Not I'm ever wishing anyone ill will, that's just not, I feel karma then does a thing, but I just think it's crazy because I've never seen someone bounce back this hard. And yeah, I don't know. Subscribe to the bell, comment for engagement. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.